Last time on the Alpha Male Universe.
What y'all thought? Y'all not gonna die? All of us gonna die. They act like they ain't gonna die. Ain't no rest in peace, Big Lenny. Lenny.
Let's just call a spade a spade. Did Cali Muscle bring this on himself? Absolutely. With the lifestyle that he tried to jump back into with taking pre-workout and all of this.
Some people don't get a second chance, man. You know.
Welcome back to the Alpha Male Universe. Now, Bubba Army, be sure to report for duty and smash that like button because this video is gonna get wild. Now, I decided I was not gonna shy away at all from how I thought about this situation. Honestly, I have no fucking sympathy for Cali Muscle. He's now on his second heart attack and he's decided that he's not gonna change his lifestyle. He's still just bullshitting as usual, and he's made a video talking about his experience, and we're gonna talk all about that. Now, let's get into flow state and get this show on the road.
January 17th, I had another heart attack. Not at home, not asleep, at the gym.
60, so 45. Oh.
The place where everyone thinks they're healthy, right? I went to full cardiac arrest. I hit my head hard. I didn't walk out. I woke up later with one stent in. That one stent that I had before from a Widowmaker, and I had 2 additional ones and a defibrillator put in. This isn't a flex. This isn't a sob story. This is a warning from someone who loves training. I trained hard for years. I pushed the limits, and I'm telling you right now, if you think more drug, more steroids, more intensity mean a better quality of life, then you're mistaken, because I thought the same thing.
Yeah, anyone with common fucking sense could have figured out that being on gear wasn't good for your quality of life. Now, someone who may have stumbled upon this video and doesn't know my own beliefs, doesn't know why I make these videos, needs to understand that I go so hard on these alfalfa males because they grift non-stop. Now, Cali Muscle, this is not his first rodeo with this situation. He has said in the past that he learned his lesson, right? But he didn't. And he went on to become a life coach to the point where it's in his fucking description right there. Oh, coaching. You want to have my coaching? Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Cali Muscle didn't cause irreparable harm to many men with his bullshit fitness and health advice. But when we made these videos trashing him and showing the true truth about what he is talking about, I'm the bad guy. Nah, man, I'm not gonna stand for that. I'm not gonna fake sympathy. Let's hear with the rest of the video what he's got to say.
Don't mean immortality. A strong body that doesn't cancel bad choices, and your heart keeps scores quietly. So I'm gonna take you guys down the road that led to the heart attack. So as everybody know, I went futarian for some years, which I kind of find out now causes fatty liver that causes your arteries to get clogged and blocked, potentially, depending on your genetics. My genetics, yes, the more carbs I eat, the more clogged up I would get, no matter what form of carb. Which for me, those that don't know me, I did 11 years in prison. In all, I did 7 years straight, and I kept going back 4 years. In that 11 years, I was eating top ramen every single day, honey bun.
You see what I'm talking about? This is why I wanted to make this a video, because it is ridiculous that Cali Muscle doesn't immediately start off his video with explaining why he may have had a second heart attack with the rampant gear usage. Instead, he wants to complain and say, oh, it's because I ate a bunch of fruit. Are you kidding me? That is such an insult to our intelligence. And you know what? Out of my own good faith, okay, with possibly recognizing a valid explanation as to why he maybe had this heart attack, I looked it up, okay? And it did say that the futarian diet can lead to a higher fat count in the liver, leading to certain blood issues, right? So while it's a possible explanation, which one's more likely, huh? Eating some fucking fruit or being on gear non-stop for over 20 years? What's the more likely explanation here? I just feel like he's deflecting, taking responsibility, and instead wants to be like, oh, I had some fruit, so that's why this happened to me.
So I got out of prison. My last stint was in 2006, and I started making money, so I decided to get in bodybuilding. Just to think, I've been eating from a kid till 34, already bad. So I probably already had, well, I know I had some issues because I always seen my feet with water and edema. When I take off my socks, it had an indentation. So I had already acquired some type of plaque in my heart, even before bodybuilding. So boom, I get into bodybuilding and
okay, so the story that Cali Muscle wants to go with is that he had been eating poorly for a good amount of time in his life. But he's not mentioning that he apparently looked like this 1 week after prison. There's no way in this picture he was natty. And what's up with the pierced? Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna comment about it. It's not even relevant for the video. That just really threw me off. Like, what the hell, okay? But there's just no way that guy is natty in this picture. There's just no way. So he's already, in my opinion, not being truthful about the timeline of his juicing behavior, him being on the juice nonstop. He wants to frame it as, oh, I went to prison, I wasn't eating healthy, I already set myself up for failure, and then I had some fruit.
I get into bodybuilding in 2010 and was winning shows, but I always noticed on my left leg and foot it would retain water while the right one wouldn't. And so that was a big issue for me in bodybuilding. Like, I couldn't understand why my calves wasn't super hard and vascular, and I just took notice. So then I moved from LA to Vegas in 2016, and my feet swelled up, my feet and ankles. I changed my diet to only rice and turkey for 2 years to try to combat this issue that I should have went to the doctor, you know what I mean, and I didn't know about an EKG, cardiovascular stress test. I didn't know about all this stuff, and I was scared to find out, right? And so I had my kids through IVF because I had to bring back up my sperm. I had to get off steroids for 2 years to bring back up my sperm, and I was able to have my twin.
Bro couldn't even cream right. That's how much damage he was doing to his body. I can't feel any sympathy for problems that this guy created for himself. He wants to complain that his feet are swelling, that his balls are not working, but I wonder what that's a symptom of. Oh, rampant gear usage. But we're not going to talk about that with being a major cause of the heart attack. Yeah, there's just no way I can feel bad, man. It's just like you're asking me to do something that is, honestly, it's stupid. It's stupid to ask me to have sympathy for a guy who has a history of grifting, for his lack of sympathy towards other situations, and for him creating his own problems. I mean, his sack wasn't even working right. That's not something that compelled him to change his life. I mean, nothing's gonna change your life, honestly, at the end of the day, if that didn't work.
And so, I went about this journey, futarian, eating once a day, fasting, water fasting, all of this. And I thought I was doing the right thing, especially with the fruit fast, just eating straight fruit. And how I was eating it, people that eat fruit are okay. They getting fiber. I was juicing most of it. Even though I had my bouts, I did 16 days on apples, 11 days on pineapple. But during those different fasts, watermelon 35 days, another watermelon 31 days. Even through these fasts, I was still drinking a lot. I was pressed. And that's like drinking soda, I come to find out. And so, what happens is with that, you get fatty liver. And so with my body, that's going to convert into blockages in my artery, right? In my heart. And so, boom, I stopped my medication. I just went on this fruitarian, super healthy lifestyle, only eating once a day mostly. And, everybody was clowning me. I got super sucked up and skitty.
All right, so we're back on the topic of the fruitarian diet being his demise, right? And he definitely slimmed down over the past couple of years, and then recently he really bulked up. When I say recently, I would say probably around when the time we were clowning the strength cartel. He like hopped on crazy, as you could see in that picture right there. But this picture is during his fruitarian diet, when he was knee deep in the fruitarian diet. And I would argue that he was still on some type of gear. Like, not, of course, like the usual amount that he was doing, but I would reason that he was for sure not natty in this picture. And I don't know what's up with his skin. I don't know why it looks so unhealthy. I genuinely don't. I'm so confused. First, the piercings, and then now this. I'm just, every time I make a Cali Muscle video, I feel like I'm getting brain rot. So let's continue.
First sign, man. I had that sign, like I said, when I was in Vegas, I was 40 years old. I was so stressed out about it. It was crazy, man. But we're here today, and I love you guys. Believe me, When it hit, man. I never thought in my life. I'm a late bloomer. I didn't start messing with steroids and PEDs until I was 34. And I wish I didn't get convinced by a friend to start competing in bodybuilding. I would have never did it.
Yeah, I don't believe Cali Muscle. He would do anything if it could get him money. He literally used to show his cheeks out on the internet so he could get money. And he wasn't even about that lifestyle. Like, if you prefer chorizo and you're putting your cheeks out there and you're getting your money, then you know what? I guess it's no issue, right? It's 2026, you're gonna do what you do. Cali Muscle is so desperate for money, he put his cheeks out just to get money, and he doesn't even swing that way. Like, that is how desperate this guy is for money. He will do anything for money. This guy's just been grifting his whole lifestyle. Like, his whole life, man. It is just so ridiculous. Like, Cali Muscle even changed his eyes. I didn't even talk about that. And he wants to say, oh, you know, I didn't start messing with gear until I was 34 years old. What are you talking about? Are you trying to insult my intelligence? This whole video is a deflection, some horrible attempt at trying to connect to the audience saying, oh, I love you. Yeah, what about the people who bought the Cali coin, huh? Or what about that one guy who got the giveaway for the car? Or what about all of these people who had to buy that bullshit coaching program? How about you give them a refund? Oh, I thought you said you loved them. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because actions speak louder than words.
Like, you got to find out what works for you and your body. You know, like me, I found out the hard way with the futarian lifestyle that, man, I was making a fatty liver. You know, I was doing something opposite than I thought I was doing. So
yeah, keep blaming that fruitarian diet, and people are not going to be shocked when this happens for a third time. And maybe it's going to be the final nail in the coffin, because you can only play with Mother Nature so many times till you bite the bullet. So I know this video is probably going to land me in some hot water, but you know what? I pride myself on never being a fence sitter, always being honest with the community, and that's the standard you can expect when you watch a Bubba YouTube video. So until the next video, y'all, if you made it to this part of the video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you on the Bubba Discord. Catch you later.